Merry Christmas to everybody, and welcome to Quarter to Eight. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe to Quarter to Eight.
Hey, yeah, hey, welcome to the show where stories dance and grow. We got tales from near and far. Good to eight's where you are. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let the beats and words blend. We're here to vibe and spin. Quarter to eight, let's begin.
What are you planning for Christmas? What were you planning for Christmas? Well, it's Christmas Day already. What are you doing today? Tell me in the comments. What are you up to today? As for me, I have two turkeys that I'm going to be smoking today. Daddy is in the house, you know? Yeah. So it's gonna be fun. Yeah. And as always, the morning beers are the best beers every time. Yeah. We as conscious beings, we have the ability or the gift of reflection. Okay. So Christmas and end of the year is a time for you to reflect on your strengths, to reflect on your growth, to reflect on your passions, and to reflect on every other goals you made for the new year and what you want your life to be, and you be thankful and be grateful. Gratitude is a really big thing in my life. I am grateful for a lot of things that happen in my life, from bad things that happen to good things. And so in my reflection, I reflect on my life during the year and see where I really did good and where I need to improve, I think. And I think I need to improve a lot of things. Yeah. I see myself as I'm a learning person. I'm learning every single day. So in my reflection, I see that there are a lot of places I would like to uh, become better myself. Um, Reflect while you're reflecting, you see where you can get better. And in the atomic habits, it tries to tell you that you can be better at anything. Just do small things a lot. Okay, so you do small things a lot, and then you become better with time. And Jordan Peterson also says this. He says you you need, if you're not achieving something, or you think you're not achieving something, or you feel like you're stuck, you're not aiming low enough. And it's weird how, because you will say, we, I'm always told that aim high, yes, aim high, but you should aim low enough. This means if you're seeing that you cannot improve in any way, your target, your aim of improvement might be too high for you to comprehend. So look for small things that you can achieve, that you are going to actually make you better in whatever you're trying to do, and do that. After you do that and you aim low enough again, and then you will see yourself doing a big thing. Basically, it's like you have a vision, it's a big thing, and you break it down into very small goals, and then you do that small goal, and then you do that one, and then you do that one, and it's very small. You can easily say, I can do that. I can actually do this, and then you can just do it, and then it's easy. You can make it easy for yourself to do something, to achieve something, and make it also hard for you not to do it. Um, I'm still referencing uh, atomic habits in saying, make it very easy for you to do something and make it very hard for you not to do it in your line of whatever you're doing, whatever you want to improve. And that is my take on reflection. No, no, no. Okay. You know when you cut your onions and tomatoes and whatever you are going to cook, and then you put them in the pan using your knife and scraping off the board. And don't do this while Ramsey is watching. Gordon Ramsay. But after you do that, there's a habit of spreading the things that you put in the pan with the knife. And I did that once a long time ago while I was growing up, and my mother said, "Don't do that, because if you do that, once people eat the food, they might feel some cuts inside." So, of course, that was not it's not true, but it's small myths that stick with you when you're growing up, traditions that we go into, and that shape our identity. And why am I saying this? I'm saying because sometimes when you're growing up, because certain traditions were set for you and you just went into them, we have a tendency of not investigating and analyzing the the traditions. I'm not saying go rebellious. No. I'm saying look at what you are and who you are and your identity, and just open it up and find the person who got the traditions, and separate the traditions from yourself, and then see who you are, and then you can start to build yourself up again. It goes back to reflecting on yourself, um, in in whatever you're doing, because sometimes you just wake up, and myself, when you grew up, you were told if you don't make your bed after you wake up, it's you believe it so much in your head, and it shapes who you are. But it's a good thing that you make your bed, but why are you doing it? And it also goes to other things, like the way we pray, the way we view God, the way we see other people, the way we talk to other people. So in our reflection, we should reflect on our traditions as well, and also our identity, and who we are, why we are who we are, and see what we can make better in the coming year or years. And yeah, identity is a very big thing. It goes to the core of yourself, of who you really are. And even the Christmas story is a tradition that we got from year after year of being told about Santa, of being told about Christmas, of being told about the birth of Christ. And it kind of seems like it's more Santa than Christ, though. I don't know. But anyway, these are the traditions that we should be looking at and say, this is a good tradition. Should we improve it, or should we not improve it? Should we leave it, or should we not leave it? Something like that. That's on tradition and identity. So when I grew up as a Christian, and we went to church, and my parents gave us coins to put in the offering basket, and the offering basket would pass, and I'll be thinking, if I take this coin and and buy some sweets, or that, I don't know, some small things, I was like, why do I just keep putting in the basket? But it taught me to give and not expect anything in return. Because to tell you the truth, when I was that young, when I was 5, 6 years old, I didn't understand God. I didn't know what God was. I was like, I don't see the benefit of me giving to God. So it was something that I was doing, but I truly didn't expect anything to come out of it. I was like, yeah, let's give. So it gave me it was kind of a foundation on giving, and the spirit of giving is what we are emphasizing on Christmas, to giving presents and getting presents. Sometimes you get presents, sometimes you don't, and sometimes the people you give presents are not the people who are going to give you presents. And so it's kind of like a self fulfilling uh, circle of giving. Yeah. Um, Sometimes we are like giving. If we are taught mostly in religions, what you put in you is what you get. It's also apparent in life, in any way. It's not a religious thing. It's a universal law, as it were. Uh, what you put in is what you get. So giving is a way of giving to yourself. That's how I see it. So when you're giving, you're actually giving to yourself. And when you go deeper into it, you really find out that we are all connected. We're all one thing. We are all one person. Or all one thing. We are all part of God. And if you give to somebody or you give your time, you give, it's not about money every time. It's about time. It's about giving your attention to someone who needs it. Talking to somebody is something big in the age of technology, where everyone is on the phone and no one really expresses their self the way they really are. And if somebody comes to you and start talking to you, and you really see that someone this person is trying to open up to me, even if they don't know you, even you maybe are on a bus or something, just give your time to them. Put your phone down, remove your headphones, and listen to this person. You might be saving a life. You never know. You might be you might be helping someone who really needs it, or you see someone in the streets who has nothing to eat. If you give them, you might be giving them another day of energy, and then they will meet their purpose, and then they will meet something big, and then you never know. It comes back. It comes back. You're basically giving yourself. When you look at other people, you're like, other people. They're not other people. It's you. Look at it as you. Just like the our Jesus said. uh, he said, "Do love your neighbors as you love yourself." So is you're putting yourself in that position and say, "I love that guy." Okay. It also comes to yourself. Do you love yourself anyway? So giving is a really big thing to me. I think when you're giving to yourself. You're not giving to anyone. You're giving. When you're doing. Some people say the acts of what, I don't know, acts of love. Doing some work for people, helping other people. You're really just doing it for yourself. It's not. It's not that person. Yes, they benefit, but you are doing it for you because they are also you. Weird. I know. We need to find time for ourselves, and for us to be able to reflect. We need to find time for ourselves, and we need to be happy while we are in solitude. find time for yourself to reflect. This is one very big and important thing in my life, because I even try to, well, when everyone wakes up, you can't you can't be like, I want to, who are you taking? I want to go and reflect. Why? Don't do that. Just find time when everyone is busy or when people are asleep. Just give yourself time and then reflect on who you are, or think about who you are, and develop. You find that you will develop emotion. You will be you start growing emotionally, and you start uh, being able to discover yourself. That's how you get to discover yourself. And it's not something you tell anybody and say, I am busy, I'm doing some I'm doing some reflection. We don't do that. That's you. If you're doing that, then you're just being dramatic. You're actually not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So um, find time for yourself to reflect and see where you want to go, and be honest. Be honest to yourself and tell yourself. Put yourself in the chair. I've said this before. Put yourself in the chair and say, "My guy, what did you do yesterday? What did you do this whole year? Are we going to continue to do the same thing? Are we going to change? Are we going to improve? Are we going, and how are we going to improve? What is the plan of improvement?" Put yourself in the chair. You can only do this when, if you get comfortable being in your own presence, and while you're in your own presence, you can actually start to see yourself, because a lot of times we don't see ourselves. We don't, because you we you have a vision of yourself that is in your mind. I have a vision of yourself, of you, in my mind. And everybody else in the world, when they see you, or when they encounter you, when they experience what who you are, they have a vision of you. And you right now have a vision of me in your mind. And those people in everybody's mind are very different. And you don't want to miss the first person that is in your head, because you want to look at them and see who you are in your head, and who, who you think you are, and then who you really are. Those are two different people also. So you need to find yourself and make them come together and become one thing. And then you can, this only comes when you when you're doing this alone. You can't do this while everybody else is there. And once you know yourself, if you read The Art of War by Sansui, he talks about knowing thyself when you're going for war. Because you if you reflect in yourself, and then you find yourself, and then you know who you are, your strengths, your weaknesses, the things that can take you down, and the things that can raise you up. So you be able to use that in whatever you want to do in your life. And then you can now make up the fifth thing that I was going to talk about, the resolutions. And that is the last thing I'm going to talk about. And I mean, we make up a lot of resolutions. New York, not New York, New Year's resolutions. I mean, New Year's resolutions. Yeah, I want to go to New York. Yeah, New York, New York. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Times Square. What? I don't know. Yeah. And while we're making those resolutions, usually we just sit down and just write a bunch of stuff, but we don't take time to see if what we are writing down is in line with who we really are. So even if you've already done this and you've done it the right way, you still need to come back and give yourself time, reflect, and see if you achieved what you wanted to achieve and what is left out, and can it be achieved in this time, or give it a time. So the way I think resolutions are supposed to be, I'm guilty of not doing this. Uh, Setting a time. I'm saying this thing that I want to do, that I want to achieve, should be done by such a date. And I mean, that is a really big thing in any resolution, because when you set a time, your mind tells you this is an urgent thing. But if you do it, if you don't set a time, you'll be like, I will do it. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. We'll see. We'll see. Are you going to? Nah, I still got time. Because you didn't set a time. So we need to set a time. And the people who learned who about business and all that stuff, commerce, what, economy, what, and all that. They talk about a thing called SWOT analysis. I don't really remember what exactly SWOT means, but it basically says what basically is just saying, are you able to achieve this thing? So don't put resolutions of things that you're not going to be able to achieve anyway, because once you know yourself, you know that I'm not going to be able to build a rocket like Elon Musk. So I might as well not put it on the list, because I'm not that guy. I'm not that bright. So I'm just gonna do a model rocket, toy rocket. Yeah? You see, you need to put something that is achievable, that you can, that is realistic in your own view of yourself. Six pack, right? I want to have a six pack. I mean, are you really able to do that? Why are you putting six pack on your resolution? Don't do that if you can't do it. If you can do it, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and write it down. As for myself, I'm not writing six pack on my resolution, because I'm not doing it. I don't even want to do it. So I'm not doing it. I'm just putting down healthy, healthy eating, or something like, eh, yeah, I walk a lot, because I'm not going to be all day every day jogging and joining a gym in January, and then after one week, because the first week you'll be mostly alcohol in the system. Is for me, you know, 1 January, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's alcohol in the system, and then I've already lost 1 week of workout in the gym, and I mean that's all money gone down the drain. And then second week comes, I'm just tired. We're starting work. I'm going to work again. It's just and then you go one day, and then you say, I'm not. I'm not now. I'm not just doing it. I'm six pack. Come on. Third week, you go hard. End of the week, you're tired. You are hurting you. I mean, I'm not going through that, man. No, no. That's not realistic for me. So I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna write my resolutions and say 2 months to six pack. I know. With this, first thing, gift of reflection. Second thing, traditions and identity. We need to see them. Spirit of giving, very important. You're giving to yourself, man. Finding joy in solitude and doing it for yourself, finding yourself while you are in solitude, how you are going to reflect. That's where you reflect. And we work out the resolutions. We need these resolutions. And Merry Christmas. Tell a friend to subscribe to Quarter to 8. Ciao. See you next year.
Hey, yeah.
That was fun.
Hey, welcome to the show where stories dance and grow. We got tales from near and far. Go to 8 where you are. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let the beats and words blend. We're here to vibe and spin. Go to 8, let's begin. Sizokhuluma ngezinto zakho. Yeah. Sikuba impilo zoyikho. Lalela umsindo wabantu bakithi. Quarter to 8 rides the wave so swiftly. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let the beats and words blend. We're here to vibe and spin. Quarter to 8, let's begin. Sizokhuluma ngezinto zakho. Sikuba impilo zoyikho. Lalela umsindo wabantu bakithi. Quarter 8 rides the wave so swiftly. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let the beats and words blend. We're here to vibe and spin. Quarter to 8, let's begin. Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. Every story, every time. Saxophones and horse show sway. Quarter to 8, bright new day. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let the beats and words blend. We're here to vibe and spin. Quarter to 8, let's begin.